What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron. Today in Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth, we're going to do a complete overview of the Road to Rivendell faction. I'm going to go ahead and tell you where you can pick them up, what key abilities they have, are they good in arena, are they good in raids, what chapters. We're going to go ahead and talk about all of that a little bit in a complete overview. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave them down in the comments section down below and I'll get back to you as best I can. So let's go ahead and pull up our trusty Road to Rivendell crew, complete with Strider and his 4 little hobbit buddies. As you can see here, I do have them all at 7-star, even though this account is completely free to play because they are very easy to pick up in the early game. Strider is your first quest rewards for your daily quests. Merry and Frodo are probably the 2 that are going to take you the longest because they do come from the story chapter farms. Pippin is your guild campaign, so he'll probably be the very first one you have 7-starred. And Sam Gamgee has his own event, so you'll need everybody else to 7 stars before you get him. But he is a fantastic hero, and fortunately, once you have the other 4 heroes, then he's free. You just have those apples that build up over time, so you're not expending any energy to get him. So he's kind of a free character, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about each hero specifically. I'm not going to talk about their full kit. I just want to highlight some of their most important and impactful abilities. That way you kind of know what to key on and what the team is capable of. Strider here hits very hard. That's really his main attribute. He is a high damage hero. He also, with his leadership, has the ability to put some of the hobbits under stealth, which is very helpful to keep damage off injured hobbits, and it helps later on in certain raid chapters, which we'll talk about later on. But the key thing to know about Strider is he does hit very hard. Merry Brandybuck here is one of the most important supports in the game, in my opinion. He is a really, really strong hero and has a strong kit. I mean, on his regular attack, he's calling an assist. He's dispelling boons and calling an assist. He's granting turn meter and stamina. And then he's going to give himself and or Pippin immunity when they get injured. Every single part of his kit is really important and can help out. Those assists, that turn meter manipulation, wildly important. So Merry is a great support. Pippin also a very good support, especially when you pair him with Merry. He's got a really nice heal here on Old Maggot's Mushroom because it's based on his max health. He also grants regeneration and might to everybody. And then his passive is also going to cleanse Banes every time he gets a turn. He's going to dispel boons on his A1. He just has a really, really strong support kit also. Is a really strong healer. Sam Gamgee, obviously a hero that you need to unlock. Another really strong kit because he is taunting and granting nimble to a wounded ally, so he's helping survivability. He also has a heal and a blind on his A3, which is absolutely wonderful. He's going to also counterattack, which is great for the team. And then last but, well, probably least, Frodo Baggins here. He's a damage-based hero. He can hit pretty hard on his last resort here. He's gear tier 8, 7 stars, level 60, and I've seen him do like 9,000 hits on his last resort. But in general, his kit isn't that impressive. He does gain stealth, which does help in some of the raid chapters we'll talk about here in a little bit. But Frodo is probably the weak link of these 4 heroes. So if you're going to use them in arena, I would probably sub him out. And actually, I do. This is currently the arena team I use, even though that's not the arena. Let's try this again. They are currently the arena team I use, although they are not the strongest arena team. But I have good luck replacing Frodo with Ugluk. If you have a strong Ironhide, Frodo again is probably the one you're going to want to remove from the team. But in general, you shouldn't expect too much from your Road to Rivendell crew inside of the arena, just because they frankly don't do a ton of damage. Strider has some big hits. Frodo has some big hits if you're using him from time to time, but in general, survivability and speed are the strengths of this team, which can only get you so far in arena, right? Eventually, you're gonna have to hit them. So I pair with Ugluk because Ugluk has a blind, he has a disable, Sam has a blind. They do have some good combat control abilities inside their kits that will help it be a semi-effective team. But in general, they are not a super solid arena team. I wouldn't expect too much out of them. They do a good job getting through your light side campaign here. I haven't attacked this in a while, but as you can see, I got through all of 6 with them, the hard mode. Everything currently in the game for the light campaign, you can get done with your Road to Rivendell crew. Last thing we'll talk about are the raids. You can expect quite a bit from them in certain chapters. In Tier 1 on difficulty 3, I can get 900,000 with my Road to Rivendell crew. Now they all are gear level 8. They are all level 60 and 7 stars. So they have a lot of resources put into them, but a 900,000 team on Chapter 1 is a really, really good team, especially considering Strider is essentially a free hero and Sam Gamgee are essentially free heroes because you're not putting energy in to farm them, which cannot be understated because obviously energy is your most important resource in this game. So really strong in Chapter 1. In Chapter 2, they struggle a little bit because once the troll is staggered, is knocked down, you have to get enough damage out to then enrage him and get that extra bonus damage. And sometimes on the higher difficulty levels, they don't do enough damage to get his health all the way down before his turn meter gets back up. The nice thing they do have in Chapter 2, though, are a lot of assists and crit abilities. The more attacks you have, the more chances you have to crit, obviously, and those crits will take down the stacks of momentum. So, once you're getting more assists, once we're getting glyphs in the game that you can up that crit rate, they might do a little bit better here in Chapter 2. So I would say they're really, really strong in Chapter 1. I would say they're like a mid-tier in Chapter 2. In Chapter 3, I think they're pretty strong again because all you're trying to do is stay alive and get as many attacks as possible. And if you remember earlier in the video, I said the 2 strengths of the Road to Rivendell crew are essentially survivability and speed. So they are a strong, strong team inside of Chapter 3. In difficulty level 3, I think I can get like 400. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, here we go. So it's saying I've gotten 900, which I don't remember. But is this... I feel like this is Chapter 1. It's telling me. And I can't see. Anyway. They are... Maybe I did get 900. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, they're a strong team. Oh, there we go. Now it finally went through. 438. So in Chapter 3, Difficulty 3, which is where you're going to run all of your teams, you can get 438, which is not a bad score. So I would say, again, a mid to strong tiered team inside of Chapter 3. And Chapter 4 here, they're not that great. They do okay, but in general, I have them on Tier 2, and they're only getting 240. And again, I think a lot of it's down to the fact that they just don't hit very hard as a team. So you're going to get hits out there, but you shouldn't expect too much from them here. So across all of the raid chapters, though, they do pretty well. Strong in Chapter 1. Mid in Chapter 2, strong in Chapter 3, and, you know, mid to low on Chapter 4. So they are a strong raid team, and obviously raid are where you're getting some of the most important rewards, not only for your guild, but your personal rewards as well. So, overall, Road to Rivendell, pretty strong in raids, not strong in arena, easy to unlock all the way up at 7 stars because you have 2 free heroes. And in general, I don't think you're going to regret an investment. Plus, there's absolutely no way that this team doesn't unlock a legendary somewhere down the road. So hopefully this video was informational and helps you know a little bit more about the Road to Rivendell crew. Again, any comments, questions, concerns, comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. And as always, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.